મારી મરજી વિના રે કોઈથી તરણું નવ તોડાય.
So this line is from a famous song from the Swaminarayan Sampradaya called Ajmara Urde, and it's the third pad, Bolya Sri Harire. Now he said that Maharaj himself spoke these words, and that line means that not a single blade of grass can move without my discretion or my will. That's basically saying that without me allowing it, nothing in creation can happen. So yesterday I was sat with another monk friend of mine, and he was basically explaining this line, and he gave a beautiful example of how much faith we have in God. So he was saying, if you read this line, and we've read it thousands of times over the years, how much faith and devotion do you have on these words? If you believe God is the creator of the entire universe, how much can you test out your faith, or how much do you actually believe that he is in the control of the entire creation? So he used the example of a very famous monk from our sector, Akhandananda Swami, and basically he told the story when Akhandananda Swami was in the forest and he was approached by a group of tigers. In that moment, Akhandananda Swami's faith was tested, and from that faith he was completely convinced that if it was only God's will, these tigers will attack, and also at the same time, if it was God's will that these tigers don't have a single ounce of freedom to be able to attack him. And in that situation, the tigers bowed down to him, did pradakshina around him, and then walked away. So what is this showing us? Well, according to our Shastras, even creation itself, even Maya, bends her knee to a true devotee of God. So even creation itself cannot affect a devotee unless it's God's will. And for us that are devoted to God, that should make us completely convinced that there's nothing, including time, karma, or Maya, can do anything to us unless it's God's will. So anything that is God's will, we consider that as prasad. Now, a really good example that we can use to understand this process is the idea of the laptop battery. So everyone has been in that situation where they've bought a laptop, and after a couple of years of using the same battery, it starts to lose its charge. Now, the single moment you plug the AC adapter into the laptop, it overrides the battery, and now the laptop can function without using the battery. And then the single moment you pull that AC cable out, within about 15-20 minutes, the battery starts to kick in, and that lack of strength in the battery causes the laptop to lose power. So the battery is karma, maya, creation, whatever you believe that is the underlying foundation of the creation itself, and the AC adapter itself is God. Without that current, without that power there to connect the whole unit together, the battery of the laptop cannot survive for too long on its own. And this is how we should be as devotees.